The second event of the Middle of the Road Tour in 2010 kicked off at Buffalo Creek. A nice day, 55 degrees at start time, climbing to 70 degrees. Here hitting his tee shot and leading us off is Will Gary, the host professional at Buffalo Creek. He was joined by a newcomer from Tiburon Country Club, Kenny Davis. Playing in his second event and hitting his tee shot here is Logan Waldrop from Nocona, Texas. And following Logan is Nick Malinowski, the tee shot here, the former Texas Star champ from a couple of weeks back, playing in his second event. And making his debut in the Middle of the Road Tour, Jackson Brigman. And also playing in his second event, Jason Fowler from Top Golf and the winner of the Golf Industry Bounty from Texas Star. He was followed by Anders Holtman. Anders making his first appearance in 14 months in a professional event, taking a year off to recoup and re-energize his game. The final group featured a couple of past Nationwide Tour champions. This is Jason Schultz's tee shot. He was followed by Chris Cox. And a newcomer, Brian Noonan. This is Brian's tee shot. Despite hitting it well but having some putting woes, Will Gary got off to a slow start. This is his second shot, followed by Kenny Davis. A second shot from the bunker on the fifth hole. Gary's shot ended up on the fringe, and this is his birdie attempt and a chance to get a shot back. He would go on to three putt, and the woes continue. And after an auspicious start, a bogey at the first and then three straight birdies, this is Brian Noonan with his pitch on the sixth. He would leave himself a lot of work, but true to form and how this day might turn out, he saved his par. This is Chris Cox, birdie attempt from the Nationwide Tour veteran and PGA Tour veteran. He would go on to tap that in for par and look for a way to get his round turned around. Holtman found himself 2 over at the 8th hole and chipped it up to here where he would make his par putt. And up ahead on 10, Nick Malinowski looking to pick up a shot. Unfortunately, would not clean that up, and three putt here as well. Logan Waldrop, 1 under at the turn. Looking to add another one here. This too would slide by, but another indication that Logan was ready to play. After shaking off a rough start, this is Will Gary's second on 15. He would make par and turn a 4-over round into a 2-over round. Nick Malinowski, coming off a birdie on 13, would fire his tee shot on 14 into the left bunker, but look to get another shot. When he plays his second here from the fairway bunker, an incredible shot that worked down to the front part of the green and left himself an eagle chance. And after a big tee shot by Logan Waldrop, but suffering a bogey on the 12th, he looked to make this play and get another shot back. Both would go on to make birdie and back on 14. This was Anders Holtman's second. Holtman would go on to make that his second of 4 consecutive birdies. And Brian Noonan would make his play on the 14th in the following group. And after Noonan played his shot to about 4 feet, this was Chris Cox, looking to climb out of a rough start. He would make this play on the 14th from about 65 yards. Sensing the opportunity, Noonan would have this 6-footer here for birdie. And after a good effort, it would slide by the hole. However, on 15, he hit a nice tee shot and played his second up here to this position where he'd have an eagle opportunity. He would leave himself that for birdie. And following that effort, Chris Cox, who played his second to this position, also had an eagle opportunity. Chris would clean that up for his birdie. That would just leave Noonan to add another birdie to his total and set the pace as they head towards the final stretch. Up ahead, Malinowski had converted another birdie opportunity and found himself 2 under. Malinowski coming to the 18th, 2 under, would have the shot out of the fairway bunker. And he would play it to this position where he'd have a chance to polish off a round of 69. Logan Waldrop would also play a nice bunker shot on the 18th. He'd clean this up. And an even par round of 71 in his second start. And Anders Holtman on the 18th as well had played his fairway shot into this greenside bunker where he would play this pitch to about 10, 12 feet. But at 2 under, needing opportunity to make this putt, possibly get into a playoff. And with Anders now out of the way at 1 under and Nick Malinowski in the clubhouse at 2 under, this was Noonan's attempt to put it away.
Oh, beautiful putt.
Wow. All right, second event of the middle of the road event. Brian Noonan is our winner. Kind of an auspicious start. You made bogey at the first, followed up with 3 straight birdies, and it just kind of went from there, huh?
Yeah, just got off to a bad start, but like I said, made 3 birdies in a row, 2, 3, 4, all pretty close, within 5 feet, and got off to a good start and just try to keep it going from there.
Sure. We talked the other day about playing,
Mm-hmm.
and you were kind of, yeah, maybe, maybe not, and I guess you're satisfied that you made it out today, huh?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I'm about to go play in a couple events in Louisiana, and there's no better place to warm up and get ready for an event.
Sure, absolutely. And the golf course, how'd the golf course treat you today? I mean, you said the greens were good. And
The greens are good. I was surprised. I've never been out here, so it's my first time out here, and
Sure.
The greens were really good. I like the golf course.
What are your expectations for this season?
I worked hard over the off season, made some swing changes, so look forward. I mean, I think I'm gonna have a good year. I've had a good off season, a lot of practice. This is my first event of the year, so a good way to kick off the year.
All right, fantastic. Well, Brian Noonan is our champion at the Middle of the Road Tour out at Buffalo Creek.